Right there is what this BJIC tournament is all about. Two cultures coming together and sharing friendship and respect. We look forward to bringing you all of the action of this game. And the boys from New Zealand take on Japan Phoenix. New Zealand will be first to field, and Phoenix first to bat. Lead-off batter here for Japan Phoenix is Eijin Yamamoto. Yamamoto set to get us underway here against New Zealand. Lyric Cullen Makiha is in the middle for the New Zealand team. he holds his hands at a high ball. Yawamoto playing in the right field position for the Phoenix. Adrian batting patiently here. 3-1 the count. And one gets away. Adrian makes his way up the first base. Has a little look at second, but holds on first. That brings up Shoshiro Yamamoto. Time call, and the catcher is going out to have a chat with the pitcher. And one gets away from the catcher. Yamamoto makes his way to second. So Shiro-san, ready to face the pitch once again. Swings at one right down the middle. Good speed. That one got away from the pitcher, catcher and the umpire by the look at that one. Came off the helmet. Just the catcher's mask being inspected here. Umpire says we're good to go. High outside the strike zone. And one through to the catcher. Gets away from the catcher again. The runner advances to third. Three and one now here for Soshiro. Swings at one upstairs. He thought he was out there, but young man, you have another one. 3 balls, 2 strikes now for Soshiro. One gets away and a run scores. Ajin. Yamamoto crosses home plate as Soshiro makes his way to first. Brings up Seiuya. Tawaka. Time called by the New Zealand coach. He'll make his way out to talk to the pitcher. Seiuya Tanaka, the first base for Japan Phoenix. There's a runner on first base in the form of Soshiro Yamamoto. Gets a piece of the first pitch, fouls it away into the back net. And the runner holds. One's hit straight to shortstop, who gets it. Attempts this double play at one. It was a nice catch from the shortstop for New Zealand. Koa got underneath that one beautifully, tracked it through over to first base. But Soshiro got back in time. It brings up Ryu Arashi. He gets a piece of the first one as well, fouls it into the back net. Japan Phoenix team really looking to get into the hitting early in the count. Piece of that one, fouls it away again. Cullen Makia ahead in the count here, 0-2. Still just the one out, runner on first base. Soshiro with a good lead, no play on the steal. And Arashi gets ready to face the next pitch. That one on the outside. This time the runner goes, throw comes, but it was late, knocked down by the shortstop. Kept in play, runner on second. Again gets a piece of it, stays in the count. Arashi digging deep here. Swing and a miss. One gets away from the catcher. Arashi makes his way to one. Runner's coming home. Play at the plate. Confusion for the umpire. The tag was made. Now they've got to run down back to second. It's a nice play at home plate. They went for the runner to one, and Yamamoto thought he had an opening, tried to get home. Tried to slide around the corner as well, put his hand back out on the base, but the tag was affected beautifully. For the second out. And batter hit by the pitch. Great to see the New Zealand boys coming in to offer support. Rua Hirotani it was. Hirotani in some discomfort makes his way up the first baseline, but again, the first on hand to offer their support with the New Zealand boys. Great spirit here. Nobody likes to see a player hit. So now we have runners on 1 and 2. It's 2 out for Japan Phoenix. Young Hirotani in some discomfort, being clapped off the field by all of the spectators. As we see a pinch runner back out onto the diamond. Tsuyuya Tawaka, he makes his way back out onto 1. Courtesy runner as Hirotani is also the pitcher for Japan Phoenix, so with 2 out, he gets the courtesy runner. Brings up Ryuta Shirai. Again gets away from the catcher and runners advance to 2 and 3. Apologies, it's Ryuya Takaki. King gets away from the catcher. Another play at the plate. This time the run scores. Not quite coming off here for the New Zealand boys. Just a few pass balls allowing the runners to advance. With 2 out. Japan Phoenix jump out to a 2-0 lead. Little swipe there from Takaki. Two balls, 1 strike. This one he gets a piece of, fouls it away, no play. To the count now, 2 out here for Japan Phoenix. Ground ball back to the pitcher. He takes it nicely, gets a throw over to 1 in time for the out, and that's all she wrote for Japan Phoenix. They jump out to a 2-0 lead. We'll make our way into the bottom of the first. So a delayed start to the bottom of the innings here. Unfortunately, the named starting pitcher for the Phoenix, Rua Hirotani, can't take the diamond after being hit by that pitch. So now we have Suyuya Tawaka in the circle. And the leadoff batter is Maharanui. Kaiwai Wanikau. Apologies there. Just trying to read the sheets that I've been given. So Kaiwai Wanikau. 1-1 count. A nice off-speed pitch. On ball, 2 strikes. Gets him swinging at a high ball, and Kaiwai Wanikau makes his way back to the dugout. Brings up the shortstop, Koa Godden. Godden watches the first one take the outside corner. Gets a piece of that one, hits it into right field, finds a grass for a safe hit. And Godden, with a fast set of feet, makes his way down that baseline. It's a beautifully hit ball by the left-handed batter. Brings up Naputu Tarawa. Tarawa takes the first pitch for a ball. First baseman for the New Zealand team. And one gets away from the catcher, well over the top. No play at the runner as he makes his way to second. Godden stands tall on second base. Tarawa ready to go. Big swing and a miss from Tarawa, but gets away from the catcher. The runner makes his way to third in the shape of Godden. Attempted bunt, goes foul, trying to give his runner the opportunity to score. As Tawaka works hard in the circle for Japan Phoenix. The one, a ball, they look to take Godden out at third. Ajin, the catcher, quickly to his feet. The arm called, ready to fire. Full count. Tarawa gets a piece of that one, fouls it away. Caught by the coach off first base, and the first baseman for Japan Phoenix shows respect. Naputu Tarawa ducked underneath one there. Young Tawaka thought he had his man. It was a nice pitch. As we see Ariki Ropia. Rupiha steps up. Runner goes. The catcher throws back to the pitcher. Runner holds on third. So runners here for New Zealand on 2 and 3. And Tawaka ready to face off here. Moving around the diamond by the Japan Phoenix team, just holding the runners in position. And Rupiha looks at a 2 and 1 count. Just the one out here for New Zealand. Strike called this time. Gets away from the catcher. They'll play at the plate. It gets away from the pitcher in cover as well. And they fire it back to third base. So the run scores and runner safe at third. Rupiha faces a 2 and 2 count. Still just the one out. We're at a 2-1 scoreline. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it away into the back net, just off the top of the stand. Fires its way back down into the foul ball area. Off-speed pitch, doesn't quite hit the mark again. Ikawa thought he had his spot again. You could just see body language. He thought it was in there. But the runner makes his way to first and brings up William Baron Morton. Baron Morton, a powerfully built hitter. Sitting in the 5th position in the batting lineup. And runners on the corners for New Zealand. Still just the one out. With the runner on 3, Baron Morton makes his way in the pitch count. 1 and 0. And runners now 2 and 3rd. Jinsan trying to frame that one. The umpire didn't want a piece of it. Baron Morton steps out with a 2 and 1 count. Still just the one out here for New Zealand. Runners on 2 and 3. One just a little low. As we said before, Baron Morton, a tall batter. Very powerfully built. Gets a piece of that one, hits it into right field. Right fielder gets in underneath it, takes the catch. The runners hold. Nicely done there by the right fielder. The changes we've had, I'm not quite sure who it is out there. I'll try and bring you the uniform number as he makes his way off. That was a great catch. Brings to the plate Lyric Cullen Makia, the pitcher for New Zealand. Takes a strike. Gets away, runner coming home, play back at the plate, in time, the tag made, and that's the third out. New Zealand taking the chance there. It was beautifully covered by the pitcher down the line, and when the play came back at the plate, it was a nice tag, and that's all she wrote. The inning's over. Japan Phoenix hold the lead 2-1 as we make our way into the top of the second. Leadoff batter for Japan Phoenix is Koshiro Shirai. Takes a big swing at one upstairs. Showing plenty of intent. Young Shirai. Just backs away from one there for another strike. Cullen Makia has come out firing here in this top of the second innings. That one well outside the strike zone. And Shirai lets it go. Another one well outside the strike zone. Big swing from Shirai, and that sends him back to the dugout. The young man certainly put his body right in behind that. Couldn't get the connection he was after. And that brings to the plate now number 22, Ryushin Suzuki. Fouled away down the first baseline. Suzuki with a big swing on that one. Just took his eye off the ball. One up high, well caught. Well caught by Kawai Wainui. Suzuki looks at a third strike, a little bit high, didn't like it. The umpire sends him back to the dugout. Brings up Saku Nakono. It's 2 up, 2 down here for the Phoenix. And one fouled away straight back into the dugout net. The boys forgot there was a net in front of them. They sat back with a little bit of fear. But it was a piece for Nakono. It's been good pitching this inning from Cullen Makia. Phase 2 and sent them back to the dugout. It's up to Nakono, who gets a foul ball, piece of that one, knocks it down the first baseline. Fielded out there in foul territory by the right fielder. We're set to get back underway. Saku-san needs to be the start of this innings. Top of the second. Japan Phoenix leading 2-1. Again, he gets a piece of it to foul it away and stay in the battle. Holds his hands at one outside the strike zone. That'll even it up. Two and two the count now. Swing and a miss, goes to ground. They have to make the play at one. The throw's off the mark and the runner scores. Makes his way to first base. And catcher shakes that one off. A throw to one has to be on the money, as we see there. Young Nakono makes his way to first base. That brings up Eijin Yawamoto, his second turn at bat. Back to the top of the lineup for Japan Phoenix. Swing and a miss for Eijin. Another big swing, and Ajin faces an 0-2 count here. Runner on first base, just needs to get a hit. There's a swing at one upstairs, and that's a third out. So good innings there for New Zealand, and Phoenix have to come out now and get the job done. Protect that lead they have in the bottom of the second. Japan Phoenix 2, New Zealand 1. Leadoff batter puts it up. Cullen Makia hits it up for the catch, taken by the second baseman, who celebrates with his teammates. Saku-san, Saku Nakone, he makes that catch. Brings up the third base. Raniera Harrison Tupanea. Harrison Tupanea faces off against the pitcher. Won the count. High pitch call for a strike. Harrison Tupanea. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now. Change up. Hits the spot, and that's a K2. Young Tawaka gets a K2 there. That change up really hit the spot. Brings up Rakopo Tapiata. looked at a high pitch there, lets it go through to the catcher. Low on the inside this time for Tapiata. He watches it slide through to the catcher. Doesn't offer a shot. This one hits the mark. Two balls, one strike, the count for Tapiata. Another nice pitch from Tawaka. Started to find his range now, moving the ball around the zone, trying to draw Tapiata in. We're all evened out. It's bottom of the second, 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 out. Ducks on the pond out there looking at the scoreboard. That one on the inside gets his mark, and that's another K2 as Tapiata goes down looking. So Japan Phoenix getting behind there in defence and protect that 1-run lead. To make our way into the top of the third. It'll be Japan Phoenix with an opportunity to get some more runs on the board. But equally, it was a nice inning from New Zealand where Kaiwai Wanakau really started to get involved from the catching position, but it was Cullen Makia that pitched beautifully that dig. With the battery working well. Lead-off batter here for Japan Phoenix will be Shoshiro Yawamoto. Yawamoto got on board last time. I think he was the first run to score. Let's see what he can do. And his second chance in the batter's box. Takes a look at the first pitch, high and outside the zone. Doesn't offer a shot. That one down the middle. Yawamoto steps out of the box, gets some instructions from the coaching staff. Holds his hands back at one there. He thought about the swing. They will check. The umpire on first base says no, he did not. Hands well held there by Soshiro-san. He had a good think about it. Now he sets ready once again, takes another strike. This time it's a high pitch, called strike. Two and two the count. That one well outside the strike zone, this time high and wide. Called strike, and that's a K2. He thought he was on his way to first base, but the umpire had other ideas. Called the strike. That brings up Suyuya Tawaka, young man who was brought into the game as a right fielder. Sorry, he was going to be playing first base and then had to come into pitch when the original starting pitcher was hit in the top of the first innings. He was hit by the pitch ball and hasn't taken any part in this match. Gets a piece of this one, fouls it away into the back net. So walk taken there as he makes his way up the first baseline. Now Ryu Arashi steps up to the plate. Arashi swings at the opening pitch, fouls it away into the back net. And Tawaka ready on first base, trying to get ahead. Swing and a miss this time. And Tawaka took a lead, but no play at first was made. Swings one on the inside, and that's the third strike. K2 for Japan Phoenix. That brings up to the plate a replacement player, Kento Iwaki. Again, Tawaka on first, takes a healthy lead, no play on the pick-off. 2 balls here for Iwaki. Big swing here from Kento-san. Showing plenty of intent, the young man. I saw him in an earlier match, hit a nice piece to right field. As we see a runner change here coming for the pitcher on first base. Just a little bit slow to the party. He's been out there for a while. So Iwaki set to face off once again. Been another good innings from Cullen Makia. Makiha gets the big swing he was after. And the play, the runner makes his way to second base. 2-2 the count now, top of the third. Japan Phoenix leading 2-1. They have a runner on second here, but 2 out. Another swing and a miss, K2. And that's all she wrote for Japan Phoenix. They head back to the dugout. And now New Zealand with an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this game. They're trailing by the solitary run 2-1. Leadoff batter here for New Zealand is Katane Kawiti. Kawiti looking for instructions now. Right call. And that's another K2 for young Tawaka. I'll take us back to the top of the lineup. Haranui Kaiwai Wanikau. Wanikau shapes the bunt, gets the bat around, can't get connection. The corners come charging in. The ball got passed for a strike. Now facing a 1 and 2 count. Kaiwai Wanikau gets a piece of that one, hits it high. It'll go over the fence in foul territory. Got a piece of that one. Good intent. The ball back in the hands of the pitcher. That one well outside the strike zone this time. And Kaiwai steps out of the way. Change up, gets the man looking, and Kaiwai Wanikau takes his way back to the dugout. He wasn't a happy camper. That'll bring up Koa Godden, who got a safe hit last time, got himself on deck. Fast feet on show from Godden. Gets another opportunity here to get his team back into the game. They trail 2-1, bottom of the third, and 2 out now. There's a change up, takes the outside corner, beautifully thrown by Takawa. Nice bunt, back to the pitcher. Takawa trails it. Safe, the throw came. As I said, Godden has a clean pair of heels, made his way down that baseline at a rapid pace. It was a beautiful bunt. Had to be a chase from Takawa. He came down and your throw was good, but the feet were better. So now it's Naputu Tarawa. Low in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And Godden makes his way to second. Another change up. Takawa really has that working today. Tarawa steps out of the box, takes some instructions from his third base coach. Here's a change up again, this time not quite on the spot. Ryo Arashi, is it? No, it's... It is Aijin Yamamoto behind the plate. He thought he'd framed that beautifully, that last change up. Now we'll see what Tarawa can do here. There it is again, and Tawaka gets his man with a big swing from Tarawa, and unfortunately for New Zealand, there's no runs on the board. They leave Godden on the bases, and heading into the top of the fourth, Just under 10 minutes to go in this match. Japan Phoenix 2, New Zealand 1. We're evenly poised. Ryuya Takaki leads off here for Japan Phoenix. Takaki fouls that one away. Opens up the count, 2-2 now. I got ahead of myself there, 2-1. Gets a piece of that one, hits it into right field. Young fella sets himself under the catch and takes it beautifully out there in the field. William Barron Morton, I believe it may be. It was a nice catch, sat himself underneath it, set himself beautifully and took the catch. That brings up Koshiro Shirai. Koshiro-san looks at one high outside the strike zone, doesn't offer a shot. This time he hits it down the first baseline. Unfortunately for Japan Phoenix, it goes foul. A lot of spin on that ball. As soon as it hit the ground, it was fizzing along the line. Always going to head out. Good contact. 2-1 now. Again, he gets a piece of it, fouls it away. Really putting everything he's got into this. The swings have been mighty. Just needs to get contact. Chops at that one. The ball goes to ground. Attempted tag, but he's beaten that one. Thrown out at first. Ryushin Suzuki, here's the next batter. Low on the inside, lets it go through to the catcher. Doesn't offer a shot. The high pitch. There's a little chop at that one. Just left a little bit too late. There's a half measured swing from Suzuki. Corners are down the line here, interestingly. 2 out. Gets a piece of that one, punches it into the net. Ryushin Suzuki. Can he get a piece of this one? Swing and a miss. Nice pitching once again from Cullen Makia. And that is the end of the 4th for Japan Phoenix. We make our way to the bottom. And New Zealand with a great opportunity here with 4 minutes left on the clock. Timed games, of course. And it's New Zealand who trail by the solitary run. They can get a run here. That'll put the cat amongst the pigeons. The warm-up has been completed. Plenty of support here. Mr. Yoshikawa very vocal in the stands, supporting his young men, representing the All Japan Elementary Schools Softball League. Lead-off batter for New Zealand, Ricky Ropia. And Ropia got a nice piece last time around. Solid batter. Can he get on here for New Zealand? The clock ticking down in this timed match. Ropia. Takes a look at another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Tawaka. Let's see what he can do for Japan Phoenix. Another change up. There's a big swing from Ropia. So big he threw himself down to the ground. Just the New Zealand coach wanting to have a word with the umpire here. We're back underway. And a ball thrown by Tawaka. Sure what the umpire was asked there. It might have been about, does the game end at time or do we complete this inning here? It's a full count for Ropia. Change up, gets a piece of it, hits it into left field, fair ball. Ropia makes his way around to second. He'll stand up double for Ropia. A beautiful connection there. Ricky Ropia. Beautiful piece. Landed 10 centimetres in fair territory. So now we have a clean set of heels brought out in the shape of Hubert Allen brought into the game as a pinch runner for Ricky. And at bat will be William Barron Morton, the right fielder. Taking a couple of nice catches out there. I think he was a victim of the Takawa change-up at his previous at-bat. But now he has an opportunity to equalise this one with a safe hit. Or he can take out the game if he can get himself around the bases as well. Takawa facing Barron Morton. Young Hubert Allen running on second base. He was off there, had a nice lead. Runners know they've got to get the job done here. There's that change up again. A lot of speed taken off it, fouled away. Even count 1-1 here. Takawa and Barron Morton. They came down for the corners, which meant that there was no cover on two for the pick-off play, as the pivot players had made their way around to cover the bases. Beautifully executed by Japan Phoenix. There's that change up. This time he holds his hands. It didn't quite have the full range. So nice patient at bat here for Barron Morton. Full count now. The clock has ticked over to 0, so we'll play this one out by the look of it. Barron Morton takes another ball. He'll make his way up the first baseline. Time called. We want another runner out. This time the runner comes out in the shape of Dayton Panton. It'll be the young pitcher, Lyric Cullen Makia. Makia he's pitched beautifully for this New Zealand lineup. Just letting 2 runs in. Been a good performance from both of these teams, very tight. And Cullen Makia has the winning run on first base. So a safe hit here. Score 1, possibly 2. What can he do? Let's a high one go. The runners are gone. Play at third base. And the advanced runner, the lead runner, taken out at third. The throw was beautiful from the catcher, Ajin. And the young man on that hot corner, he certainly got the job done there. It was a beautifully executed tag. The batter not understanding the instructions from the coach. Didn't offer the protection the runner needed. And it was Kento Iwaki who made the tag on third base. Now the coach just coming down the line to have a chat with his young charge. The assignment has been given. Big swing this time from Cullen Makia. Two balls, one strike is the count. Again, they go for the runner at 3. Gets away from the third baseman this time, but the runner holds. Doesn't want to risk it. Still just the one out here. And Cullen Makia. Three and one the count. 3 balls, 1 strike for Cullen Makia. This time he has a big swing and miss. And we're all full in the count. Coach Yamada makes his way out into the centre. Brings his infield in. Tight game. As we said, we've clicked over the time. We'll play this out in bottom of the 4th. Japan Phoenix leading 2-1. Tying run on 3rd. And Cullen Makia, with a safe hit, can score that run and potentially get himself out there as well into a scoring position. Coach Yamada, as his final words, makes his way back to the dugout. And this tight tussle, a full count here on Cullen Makia. Makia ready to face off here against Yawaka. Gets a piece of it, nudges it down, knocked down, and the run scores. So we're all tied up at 2-all. And Cullen Makia gets it done. Safe hit, ties us up. And now the go-ahead run stands tall on first base. Showing plenty of emotion down there, the young fella. Raniera Harrison Tupanea. He is the batter in the box as we see. Cullen Makia makes his way to 2nd. So a run in scoring position here, a safe hit. Will win the game. Low on the inside, called strike. Harrison Tupanea steps up once again. Tawaka delivers a called strike. Right at the top of the zone. That's all it needs. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Harrison Tupanea. Another strike, and that's a K2. Winning run stands on 2nd base here for New Zealand. It'll be Rakapoe Tapiata. Tapiata steps into the box. 2 out, winning run stands on 2nd. And a strike from Tawaka to open the account. Unattempted, he knocks it into foul territory. 2 strikes on the batter, Tapiata. One just outside the zone. Winning run. Stranded on second. Can Tapiata get the hit that takes out the game? Kopo Tapiata, swing and a miss. And that's a K2 to end the match. And it's all tied up. 2 runs apiece. Japan, Phoenix and New Zealand close it out in a 2-all draw. And went completed 4 innings. An outstanding game here at BJIC. And once again, it's all about sharing the cultures and having fun. But these guys have put on a great display of softball. Well done, young men. And we look forward to bringing you more action here from Blacktown International Sports Park as the final match of the day makes its way. And around about 4:45 was the scheduled commencement, but it might be a little bit delayed with that late finish.